So I started my marketing agency back in August 2022, and as you can see from my invoicing software, we are at the end of July and we are coming into August 2023, which will mark my first year running my social media marketing agency. And I'm doing this video to be as open and as transparent as possible for those either just starting their marketing agency or those who are trying to scale their marketing agency. I don't have an online course to try and sell on to you or anything like that. I'm just being as open and as transparent as possible. So going over to my invoicing software, as you can see, in the last 12 months, I have done £75,510 and 8 pence, which is a crazy amount when you look at it like that. But I assure you that £75,000 is not in my bank account right now. In the last month, which is July 2023, I've done £9,600 and I have an outstanding invoice at £720, which should be paid within the next few days, which will then tip me over to £10,000 in July. I've got so many videos on the channel explaining what I actually do with my marketing agency and how I actually operate my marketing agency. But if you are new around here and you've never seen my ugly face before, this is pretty much what I do. I have 2 or 3 cameras. I have local businesses that need my services, which are photography, videography, editing, short form content as a whole, and social media management. So for example, what I'd do is I'd go to my local restaurant, which is one of my clients. I charge them £1,000 a month. And for that £1,000 a month, I go for one shoot day, take their photos, take their videos, do all the editing, completely schedule it over the next month, so a post will be every 2 days, and in return they're on a monthly retainer of £1,000. It doesn't have to be a restaurant, it can be a kitchen showroom, it can be a landscaping business, it can be a building company, it could be a dentist, anything like that. I film, take photos, edit, and completely take control of their social media. But if we go back to August 2022, my first month was £4,537. So an absolutely ridiculous number to earn every single month, especially if you're currently somebody who's working a 9-to-5 job and you're making £1,000 to £2,000 a month working every day. Obviously, looking at that number, you would be satisfied, but it's not that easy. The thing that I found is, as soon as you hit a certain milestone, let's say you're currently making £2,000 a month and you're then going on to make £5,000 a month, the next thing you're going to do is look at £7,500 and £10,000. And I'll be open and honest, I'm currently at £10,000 a month in pre-tax revenue. You have to remember, this is before tax. But for the last 2 months, I've just been looking at how I can scale my agency to 15,000 and then on to 20,000. And it's just never enough. It doesn't matter how much money you're making, it's just simply never enough. Not because it's something that's greed, but you're always chasing the winds. You're always trying to chase more and more and more. So try not, if you can, to fall into that habit and trap of chasing the money. It stayed around £4,000 mark up until October and November time, and then I had my 4th biggest month, which was £6,193. It then dipped a little bit, and this is one of the key points I want to talk to you within this video about. In November 2022, I made £6,193, and I was over the moon because that was the biggest month I had since I started my marketing agency. But then in December, it goes down to 4,000 again, and in January, it goes down to 4,000 even lower. And then February, it started picking up again. And the feeling you get when you either lose clients, your clients get put on hold because there's either a recession or they're not busy enough, or you've had an argument with your client or something like that, and you lose 1 or 2 clients, it hurts a lot more than the feeling of when you gain a client. And the prime example of that is May 2023, which we've just gone past. So £10,134 was my first ever £10,000 month within this business. That win for me was such a massive achievement and such a big milestone. But then in June, I fell below just by £600. £9,300 was the income, and I felt shit. I honestly felt shit because I honestly thought it was going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and it didn't. And again, in this month, I have 9,600, but like I said, I have an invoice waiting to be paid, so this month will be a £10,000 month. But overall, in the last 12 months of owning my social media marketing agency, I've gained £75,510. And like I said from the beginning of this video, I'm going to be open and honest with you. I'm going to explain how much profit I got out of the £75,000 I received in my bank account. And in case some of you think I'm lying, which I'm not, my accountant yesterday just submitted my accounts and it showed me my profit. And I don't know where the paper is, it's here. I try and cover it as much as I can, but HM Revenue and Customs is my corporation's tax bill, which I had to pay, and I know the profit. So here goes the truth. Out of £75,510 in turnover, the profit was £32,000, which isn't that much. That's the same as a normal job. I sat there and thought to myself, how have I made £75,000 but I'm left with £32,000 profit? Like, the math isn't mathing out. And then my accountant sent me this spreadsheet of all my expenses and outgoings, and you've got a £4,000 laptop, a £4,000 camera, £4,000 this, £1,000 headphones, £1,000 microphone, this, monitor, screens, computers, laptops, and I'm thinking, shit, I actually have quite a few business expenses which I didn't really think about. And then obviously I have a 19% corporation tax rate to pay, and then anything on top of that that I take out of my business account, I have another 8.75% in dividends that I have to pay. So before you know it, that £75,000 has been left with £32,000. And because I'm bad at math, £75,000 minus £32,000 means I somehow spent £43,000 on my wages. Bearing in mind, I only pay myself £1,000 a month, and shit, expensive shit. But even though I've spent all that money and the profit isn't that great, the whole year that I've been running my marketing agency, I've learned so much. I've met so many amazing people. I've filmed such creative, amazing things, and I know next year is going to be a lot more profitable because I've already bought the expensive cameras and laptops and hard drives, all these little things that actually add up. Adobe subscriptions, Canva, Photoshop, Lightroom, all of these things add up, £30, £30, £30,000. Before you know it, it's £200, and it's like, that's a lot of money. So next year is hopefully going to be a lot more profitable, but I think £75,000 in the first year of running any business should be something that should be celebrated about.